Hi, today what we're going to be looking at is the Andoer L4 Motorized Dolly. I'm not a photographer, so this is really just a new thing for me. Certainly with making these product videos and doing more photographs and things like that, and unboxings, I wanted something to do more of a sweepy shot. I've had this now for I think 2 weeks. I've not opened it yet. This is the first time opening. The reason that is because, as you probably noticed, I didn't do a video last week. I had hard drive failure, essentially on 2 hard drives. That's 3 terabyte, just blown. Luckily enough, I had a certain amount of backup, so I was able to retrieve my data. But needless to say, that's why I didn't produce a video last week. So this has been sat waiting. I've not been able to get it out of the box because I wanted to wait, so I did it in front of you guys. So any which way, let's open the box and see what we've got inside. This product actually, although this one is an Andoer one, it is also it's a Chinese product. You can see it's made in China, so it can be got under a certain few different brands. I think Andoer have branded it as theirs, and I think it's Yelangu, I think it's something like that, but they're all the same device. So let's have a look in the box. First of all, we've got the L4 Generation 2 Auto Dolly. As you can see, ball head mount on it there. There's your dolly, and obviously it can carry a DSLR, but obviously it can't be something that's too heavy or it's just going to topple over. But let's have a look in the manual and see what it says. Product structure, it says it's adjustable angle. It comes with a 1/4 inch and 3/8 of an inch transform screw. It has a driving wheel, slide rail wheel, direction wheel, adjustable the position of front and back, and a wireless remote control. What else does it say? Let's have a look at the specifications. It says speed 1 can go 1.5 centimeters a second, speed 2 is 2 centimeters a second, and speed 3 is 2.5 centimeters a second. Maximum load weight is 3 kilo. That's actually quite a heavy weight, but I mean, if you've got a very large camera, it might exceed that, and it will make it run slowly, if at all. But certainly you don't really want to risk with a DSLR of high value that's very heavy. But if you've got something like a smaller camera like a G3, or I think even probably could handle even something like an 80D, should be okay. Distance of wireless remote control is 6 meters, which probably makes it Bluetooth. Time of endurance, 6 hours. That means it'll run for 6 hours before it runs out of battery. Charge time, 6 to 7 hours. So for every 6 or 7 hours use, you get 6 or 7 hours of charge to go with it. Anything else there? Do not use heavy force to turn the drive wheel, so don't force it. Do not use upon 3 kilos. So very nice Chinglish, but it means do not use for over 3 kilo. Take out battery when wireless remote control is free. We'll talk about that in a minute. Do not use on a rough surface, and must fix the camera and adjust the Barry center before using. I'm not really sure what a Barry center is, but you know, there we go. Right, so that's the basic information from the instruction manual they give you. If we look in the box, what we've got a spare rubber tire, and we've got an Allen key. We've got a USB to micro USB charge cable. We've got the 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter. As I say, we've got the remote control, which is what we discussed. Now, with this remote control, there's a new version of this out now, and the reason it says in the manual is to remove battery when it's not being in use, is that this doesn't go to sleep, basically. If you forget to take out the battery, I've put the battery in this just to check it. But if you don't take the battery out, it will run out. Essentially, it's constantly on. So and because it's Bluetooth connected, it will be constantly sending out a Bluetooth instruction. This is not like your car remote where it only activates when you need it. This is constantly on the go. So it takes a CR2032, so you can pick them up easily, pound shop for like a packet of 20 coin cells of all different sizes. So it shouldn't be overly too expensive to run. On the remote, you've got start and stop. You've got direction and you've got speed. So that's the remote. It's got a little eyelet there for putting on something, I don't know what. And then we've got the dolly itself. Let's have a quick look around it and see what's on there. It's made of aluminium. It's actually quite heavy, to be honest. It feels well made, strangely enough. But we've got the battery indicators. You've got the first one is for your power indicator. I believe it's green when it's charged and it's red, or charging, and it's red when it's out of charge. You've got the 3-speed indication. So you've got speed 1 or 2 or 3. You've got your speed selection button, and you've got your direction. On the other side, we've got the micro USB socket for charging, and we've got the on and off switch. If we turn it on, obviously nothing's going to happen, but on that side we can see it's set for going to speed 3. So if we change it to speed 1, speed 2 or speed 3, at the moment, as you see, it's not going around, and it won't do until you press the direction indicator. Problem is though, once you've pressed the direction indicator, you can't actually stop it with the same button. And I feel that's a bit of a design flaw. You should be able to go one direction, then stop, and then go the other direction. But with this, you press it once, motor goes, you press it again, and it goes the opposite direction, you press it again, it goes in the opposite direction again. So you do actually have to use the remote to stop the dolly, like so. If we set this up to run in a straight line, you can get it to do a sweeping shot as a round shot, which is quite nice. But we'll have a look and see what kind of speed it runs at. This is without anything on it, so let's just run it and see how quickly it runs. So we'll press the button now. Right, this is at speed 2. It's not bad. I mean, there's not an awful lot of variance between speed 1, 2 and 3, to be completely honest. My desk is very, very shiny, which is why you see a lot of light reflection, and you tend to see this kind of wavering on its route, because it's actually slipping on the desk. I would like to see a little bit more of a grippy surface, because this is pulling significantly. It might be that the wheels are a little bit off, but yeah, it can take let's just stop this for a second. It can take a ball head or a phone adapter. So if we got something like a phone adapter with a ball head, screw it into there. And screw it into there, and then you can have something like, you can put it probably something like that. Put your phone in it, set it off, and I should imagine you should be able to take some nice sliding shots, really. I've yet to take anything with it, so therefore I can't even show you an example. There are other YouTubers out there that have done an example. Again, this is a first thing for me. There's some other ones now that I would probably have gone with, but I'm new to this kind of thing. And as I said, I got this really just for making these YouTube videos, so I don't really want to spend too much money. And when we say too much money, where can you get this from? I'll tell you, I got this from Amazon. I think it was about £45. So it's not overly expensive. I mean, some people I know have bought professional, I mean really professional motorised sliders for £1,000, £2,000, and they do fantastic work with it. You know, I'm not there. I'm just want to, you know, like probably most of you guys, you know, once you move forward, you know, you want to start off with the cheaper kit. You want to start off with something that's just going to do the job. You know, there are some nice stuff out there, and yeah, later on, if these videos do well, then, you know, I might get something better. But for now, this is going to do the job for me, and I think that's all that really matters. You know, if you find the kit that's cheap enough to do the job for you, then that's great. You know, there's going to be junk out there, of course there is, but I mean, you know, if it works and it does the job, you know, if you know, you don't need to get a 50, you know, well, I've seen it on people, YouTubers going, well, you know, this is what you need. You need this mic, and you need this camera, and this camera is kind of 1,500 quid, and you know, you need all of this lighting, and you know, all that sort of thing, which is great. But if you're starting off, learn your craft. You know, learn your craft on the kit that you can get. Make do with what you got, and then as you get better, you know, you can move up. You know, most cell phone cameras now, they could do 4K easily. They could do 60 frames per second relatively decently. They could do time lapse. They could do slow mo. You know, they've got great HDR, so you're not going to get that really odd contrast between the dark and background and light background. So yeah, as a first thing, give it a go. We'll try and put some shots in. Certainly I'll be using this to do some other shots, so you'll see it in action. But for now, fantastic. If you like the videos, please subscribe. I don't normally say to people subscribe, but if you do like it, subscribe, and turn on, ring the bell, notifications, or thumbs up. But for now, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.